This session is about understanding fear, not pushing past it. Fear is something every human experiences, yet many of us were not taught what fear actually is, how it forms, or how to work with it in a healthy way. We were taught to hide it, you shouldn't have it, or let it be your reason why you explode. If you're watching this, thank you. There is nothing you need to fix right now, nothing you need to push through. You are safe to learn at your own pace. You don't need to remember anything. You don't need to fix anything about yourself. If it feels okay, place your feet on the ground. Notice your breath. Don't try to change it, just notice it as we go through discussing fear. While I am a licensed clinical therapist, this is only provided for psychoeducation, not therapy. You're invited to take what fits and leave what doesn't, and pause at any time. Today, we're taking hold of fear. We're not going to label it as a flaw or failure, but as a protective response, shaped by our experiences, our bodies, and our emotions. Fear is not just a thought. So, what is it really? It's a whole body experience. Fear shows up as racing or looping thoughts, where you replay past experiences or even play out upcoming situations. And we're not talking about you practicing for something or planning something. We're talking about those thoughts that keep you from sleeping, that keep you from focusing. We're thinking about you playing out the most horrific events in your head because you're convincing yourself you shouldn't partake in whatever you're trying to avoid. Fear can make your body have a tightness in its chest or throat. You'll have nausea or stomach discomfort. You'll have restlessness or you'll shut down. You'll have urges to avoid the situation or control it or escape or even people please. All of our emotions have a job, and fear's job is to protect. What happens is, instead of our emotions being a team member, we let them be a team leader. That's a phrase I picked up from Coach Valjay, and I love the analogy. Fear's job of protection often begins in the nervous system, not the logical brain. Before you can think your way out of fear, your body has already reacted. Your nervous system is constantly scanning for danger. This is called neuroception. When the brain senses threat, real or perceived, it prioritizes survival over logic. This is how you see people go to a haunted house where they paid to have a scary experience and then they actually react like somebody is going to kill them with a chainsaw. It is what's being perceived. Fear is not a sign you're broken. Fear is not a weakness. Fear is not a failure. Fear is evidence that your system learned how to survive. Ask yourself, when fear shows up for me, what does my body do first? Your nervous system is constantly scanning the environment for safety or danger. This process happens automatically and outside of conscious awareness. All these things are happening because our bodies are well-made organisms. And once one system is triggered, it causes a reaction. This is why fear can feel sudden or overwhelming. The nervous system does not ask, is this logical? It does ask, is this familiar? Is this safe? Does this remind me of danger? The way our brain functions, it functions as a search engine. And it builds its searches off of the experiences we have. That's how we build neural connections. So if we experience something bad, it puts that in the search. If we experience something good, it puts that in the search. And then every time we have a new experience, it searches to see, is this related to an experience that I've already had? If so, this is how I'm going to manage it. And if not, I'm going to build a new connection. So if you experience something and it connects with something bad, then your brain and your body is going to respond accordingly. Sometimes it's going to send you into a fear response if it's something that is not manageable for you. If your experience is related to something good, then your body again is going to respond accordingly. It's going to release chemicals in your brain, in your body, that's going to make you feel good. For people with trauma histories, a fear response can often activate faster. It feels more intense. It takes longer to settle. This does not mean that the person is overreacting. It means that their system has learned that being alert is necessary. Being informed about trauma reminds us that we should look at our fear and make sense of it through the context, through the situation we're experiencing. Instead of asking what's wrong with me, we should ask, what did my nervous system learn? Fear often forms when safety was unpredictable, boundaries were violated, emotional needs were dismissed, and loss occurred suddenly or repeatedly. Fear is the nervous system trying to prevent re-injury. When we shame fear, it intensifies. When we suppress fear, it leaks out in other ways. When we ignore fear, it finds louder ways to be heard. Fear calms when it feels understood. Ask yourself, what experiences might have taught my body to stay on high alert? Some of the key principles you need to operate in, especially when you have a history of trauma, is safety and choice and empowerment and trustworthiness and emotional awareness. Being able to interpret your situation accurately helps you to grasp hold of fear. Fear rarely travels alone. It is often fueled by other emotions working underneath the surface. When anxiety is introduced, it fuels fear by focusing on uncertainty. What if something goes wrong? What if I can't handle it? Anxiety lives in the future. Shame tells us there's something wrong with me. Shame intensifies fear because it makes mistakes feel like danger instead of it's a human thing. Guilt pulls fear into the past. I should have known better. I should have done something different. When guilt is unresolved, fear tries to prevent repeated pain. Grief contributes to fear by reminding us of loss. When we've lost before, the body tries to prevent loss again. The heavier the loss, the more the protection. Fear becomes a protective attachment. And when anger shows up, it often shows up last, but it usually shows up loud. Anger protects fear. It creates distance when vulnerability feels unsafe. Anger is not the opposite of fear. It's fear with armor. The protective mechanisms create emotional walls like numbing aggression or hyper-independence that prevent deeper feelings but also blocks connection. When we have a fear response, it puts us in the survival mode and it's automatic. We can experience fight, which tells us we need to take control, or we'll have irritability or defensiveness. We'll have flight, which is avoidance, overworking, or experiencing distractions. We'll have freeze, which is shutdown, numbness, being indecisive. Or we'll have fawn, which is people pleasing or over accommodating. These responses are not character flaws. They are learned safety strategies. Being informed about our trauma teaches us you did not choose your fear response. Your body chose safety. Awareness is the beginning of choice. Instead of asking fear to disappear, we ask it questions. What are you trying to protect me from? How old does this fear feel? Is this fear about now or then? Fear softens when it feels heard. Practicing regulation strategies can help you go from panic to calmness. If you practice slow breathing, notice how you're breathing in and breathing out. Try to slow it down. Using grounding techniques through your senses, naming things you see, that you hear, that you smell, that you taste, or that you touch. Naming your emotions out loud. Identifying whether is this just fear or am I feeling anxious about something? Or is that this guilt from somewhere? Offering yourself reassurance instead of criticism. I should have known better. I shouldn't be feeling like this. Regulation happens when the body feels safe enough to slow down. Fear doesn't need control. It needs connection. Fear doesn't mean stop. It often means something here matters. When you respond with curiosity instead of panic, fear becomes a guide, not a dictator. You are not weak for feeling fear. You are human. Fear is not the enemy. It's the messenger. Along with this session, you'll find some journaling prompts and some self-reflective worksheet attached. Using these tools will help you to grasp hold of your fear. I look forward to giving you more information and thank you for listening.